a lead like that, like every time. You know, they get up and then the Warriors like hit one or two, and then the Blazers just start trying to play hero ball. It was so ridiculous. Instead of continuing to play their game, they just start getting desperate and just chucking it up, and like it was extremely frustrating to watch.
They were up by 14, and everyone was shooting threes.
Yeah, like what are you doing? Just continue to play your game. That's what got you here.
I mentioned this last time when we had the podcast with Portland. I mentioned it with Toronto, and it was once something like goes wrong in their game plan, they decide to change the game plan, even though they haven't lost anything yet. And by changing the game plan, you've made it worse. You are overthinking yourselves. You spent 80 plus games plus the playoffs to get to this point, and you're trying to reinvent the wheel now?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like anything even really went wrong. They were up 17, and Steph hit a 3.
Yeah,
so they cut it to 14.
That's groundbreaking news.
Right? Like, after that, it was like, anyone who's got hands is jacking up threes.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God, Steph hit a 3. Oh, Jesus.
We're fucked.
It's got to be a Wednesday.
We're fucked.
Makes no sense to me.
Yeah, like you could just see them just all of a sudden switch gears and lose all confidence, and it was saddening to see, because other than that, they were playing their game and they were playing well.
I mean, seriously, it was third quarter. You're up by 17. They hit a 3. You're up by 14. What do? You take the 2 points. You're up by 16. They hit another 3. Okay, so now you're only up by 13. But then you hit another 2 and you're up by 15. And so what? They're going to cut into this deficit by hitting 3s when you're hitting 2s? That means they need to make 13 of those shots more than you make 2-pointers. That's not going to happen unless you do stupid shit like jack up crazy-ass 3s.
Yeah, the hero ball is the best way to put it, because there's no need for it.
It's a killer. It kills. I don't know if you remember 2 years ago, the Knicks were fucking rolling before Christmas. And then Derrick Rose seemed to remember, like, oh shit, I'm playing for a contract. And then everything was like, fuck this, driving to the basket, I'm fucking launching it. Do you remember, O'Shea?
I remember that.
Derrick Rose just fucking forgetting that he knows how to play basketball and just playing this stupid me shit.
Yep.
And then the Knicks fucking sucked. Porzingis got hurt.
Yep.
And then his little bitch ass.
And,
did you guys see the report that he told the Knicks front office that if they didn't trade him in 7 days, that he was going to go back to Europe? Take your soft ass back to Europe.
I actually remember that game specifically because that's.
Give me a Twitter snake in KD, not a front office snake in KP.
Didn't Canner break his nose in that game too?
Yeah, he fucked up his nose. Yeah, but it just. Oh, they're showing Drake giving him the back rub.
There you go, bud.
Yeah, like, who the fuck does that? Oh, yeah! Mike Budenholzer was like, what kind of asshole does that? Like, you're not part of the game.
Like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
He really wants to be. I mean, you've heard the old adage, every rapper wants to be a baller, every baller wants to be a rapper.
I mean, is that why Le'Veon Bell released his album?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Like, it's not a joke. Like, people say that. Like, every baller wants to be a rapper. Every rapper wants to be a baller.
I'll tell you, as a Knicks fan, his album is hot fire. Or as a Jets fan, his album is hot fire.
It's
as
good?
A non-Jets, it's garbage.
As a person who likes music, what is it?
It's not very good. But, you know what's funny is, what's his name on the Chargers was ripping on him for making an album, and then just came out with his own album. Their wide receiver.
Please tell me it's Phillip Rivers.
No, they're wide out. They're a really good wide out. What the hell's his name?
Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
I just imagine a Phillip Rivers rap going something like, "I've got 8 kids and I need more money, because I keep giving the dick to my honey."
They call it Luke Bryan.
Maybe.
It's perfect. Cyrus song?
I don't even know who that is.
No, but
He is a country rapper.
Billy Ray Cyrus only had like one song, didn't he?
Billy Ray Cyrus had like
They
4.
made a music video, and it's fantastic. I highly encourage everyone to watch it. But anyway, back to sports.
Yeah. Damian Lillard's got he's a SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah, he's huge into it. In fact, I remember in 2K, he like brings you into his studio so you can like mess around. Like it's pretty well known that he's heavy into music, and from what I heard, he's not bad. I haven't actually listened to him.
Remember Stevie Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
He's a
That
SoundCloud
was,
rapper.
Primetime Records, wasn't it?
I don't know. I do not know. I don't follow rap. I think it is.
Why so serious? Stevie Johnson.
I think it is
Crap.
better than country.
Big block by Siakam, however you say his name.
Siakam, I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, that's how I remembered as soon as I was like, wait, no.
wait, that doesn't sound right.
But I'm not big into rap. I do like Outkast a lot, but I prefer basketball. So
They did make the Beast Mode Marshawn Lynch song about, 10 years ago?
yeah.
Yeah.
But the Warriors are just going to absolutely shit all over both of these teams. You could take Kawhi, Giannis, and then the 3 best players, and then just make a super team between the 2 of them. Warriors still probably sweep them.
I would still be favoring the Warriors even if KD can't come back. Like, it's ridiculous. They swept the Blazers without him.
But again, the
And
Blazers
are a good team.
Blazers played very stupid.
No, agreed. But the Blazers, I mean, they're still a good team to get to that point. And again, this is what I was talking about last week. This team with the Warriors was built exactly for this.
Yeah.
It is to beat you in a 7-game series and to do it without mercy. Because at a certain point, it just becomes too overwhelming for any team to deal with.
Because there's no one on the court that is a bad player. Like, their worst starter... Okay, so if I told you that they have a starter who is like 75 years old and he still dominates... Like, you'd laugh at me. I don't know how old he is, but Andre Iguodala is still super fucking effective on defense.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
And then he just comes in, like, super clutch. And props to the Warriors bench, too. Because it was, like, any time that a bench player was called upon, they stepped up big. Like, you don't win that series in a sweep without that. Their bench was absolutely fantastic.
Bell is good. Looney is good. Draymond playing out of his fucking mind.
yeah, Draymond is really
Yeah.
getting
Oh,
into his
and
own.
they had no answer for him just running up the court and just dunking on them, like, or just taking the contact and getting an and one. Like, they had no answer for that. I was like, turn around, play like, his handles are okay, but they're not anything special, and they just were scared of him. They just got out of his way.
Now,
Literally just stand there and put your arms up. I don't need you to jump or do anything. Just try and stand there.
Now, the Bucks obviously aren't going to be... There's no way Giannis backs down from Draymond.
No, but Giannis is going to have a lot more shit to deal with than Draymond.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Draymond hardly touches the ball if the Bucks win the next series.
Yeah, I mean, I
Or
don't.
if Bucks win this
I mean,
series.
I'm assuming KD is going to be back, so Draymond gets relegated back to less offense,
I mean, regardless of if KD is back or not, they're not...
It's like,
The Warriors aren't dumb enough to give him the ball with Giannis on him.
No, but
I don't think Giannis is going to be on him. Maybe, but I don't think so. I think, Brook Lopez is going to be on him.
Okay, well, again, Brook Lopez isn't dumb enough. Or isn't bad.
Well,
Brook-
he's not going to back down from him, that's for sure. I don't know where, like, Dan was saying, I don't know what your thought process is.
Kawhi is icing his knee.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Yeah, he got a little hurt last game, I think, but they said it wasn't a huge deal. I think it's the same thing that he's just playing through right now.
Yeah, I mean, I know they say it's not a big deal, but again, I just go back to other sports where they're like, oh, it's not a big deal, and yet Todd Gurley missed all of the fucking playoffs and was non-existent in the Super Bowl. No, he's not hurt. He's okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So them saying it's not a big deal, I know it's probably different, but I just don't trust them when they're like, it's not a big deal anymore. Because it's been a big deal. Just like with Andrew Luck.
Durant's actually playing. And I think Durant, could have played if that series had ever come into contention. Like, if the Blazers had won, maybe even one, but I think had they won 2 games, Durant would have been like, all right, fuck it, I'm playing through this. But, it never got to that point. So he's like, all right, I'm going to continue to rest, be healthy for when I actually need to play in the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no reason to make him do any more than he really had to. I mean, it just didn't make any sense. I mean, it's not like he was needed desperately in that series.
I mean, they could have used him. I mean, it would have been a 3-game sweep.
Yeah, it would have been nice. It would have been a nice luxury to have, but they certainly didn't need it by any means.
No, absolutely not. And as much as I like talking about basketball, we're only talking about this long. To delay the inevitable, I'm just going to ask the question. Is there any chance Boston doesn't win the fucking Stanley Cup?
I fucking hope not. Or I fucking hope so.
I think there's a chance. I mean, the Blues have been really good. Actually, real quick, I just got a report that LeBron has been in contact with Kawhi and Jimmy Butler. He's in recruiting mode.
Yeah, I saw that too. It's not going to happen. There's no way.
If Toronto loses this series, I could see him potentially leaving. I mean, Toronto loves him. I don't know if he loves Toronto though.
I have a feeling he's going to stay in Toronto. At least sign another 2 years.
I could see Kawhi going before I could see Jimmy Butler going.
Jimmy Butler's going to the Nets. I feel like that's almost a done deal.
Yeah. In regard to playoffs, Bruins are very, very good. But the Blues are a Cinderella story right now. They were last in the league in January and are now in the Stanley Cup final. Binnington has been playing out of his mind, especially in the past 3 games. He let up 2 goals.
Well, I just want to ask you. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off. I just want to ask you: has Binnington been playing that well? I know he's been playing well, or has it just seems to me like the Stars, for whatever reason, weren't aggressive and they weren't getting shots, and neither were the Sharks, other than Game 1.
The Sharks definitely had injury troubles. I think that was a 7-game series without, with Carlson healthy, along with their other injured players. But obviously Carlson's the most important. But Binnington had 25 saves last game, which isn't like crazy high, but it's that means he's seeing the puck. It's not like he's just chilling the whole game. Game prior to that, he had a shutout with 21 saves. Game prior to that, he had 29 saves, gave up 1 goal. So it's not like he's not facing chances. Like, facing under 30 shots is pretty decent. It's where you want to be. Facing under 20 is even better, but it's not like he's facing a million shots or wasn't for most of the series. But it's also not like the defense is fully shutting down the Sharks. But the defense was playing well. But Binnington to still let up 2 goals in 3 games is just fantastic.
I just feel like